I promise you, I feel like my IQ has gone down at least 50 points from reading this book. I had to stop it throughout the reading experience because I was like, that hurt my brain. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Avery and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who have never been here before, welcome, glad you're here. So, in today's video, I'm going to be reading an award-winning, outstanding, never before seen, never done piece of literature written by the one, the only Kardashian sisters. That is right. I did not know this, but Kourtney Kim and Khloe Kardashian wrote a novel called Dollhouse. I mean, look at it, the cheetah print, I can't. I found this in a Goodwill, which is telling, I'm sure, about how great it's gonna be. And I thought, I'm absolutely gonna read this. It sounds so dumb, but I know it's gonna be so entertaining. And first of all, look at the queens on the back. Love them. So this book must have come out a while ago because this definitely is giving like 10 years ago. Let me actually look. 2011. So yeah, it's been like 11 years since this book was released to the public for us to just really learn from, grow from, and evolve as a culture. So you might be thinking, what is this about? Let's see. Nothing is more important to the Romeros than family. Just ask Camille, Cassidy, and Kyle. Three beautiful, all spelled with a K, might I add. Three beautiful, loving, and deeply loyal sisters who are the heart and soul of their family. Their mother has remarried, and their new stepfather, a world-famous all-star baseball player, has come complete with two step-siblings. Life in LA is pretty typical for this newly blended clan, until the day everything changes. Overnight, one of the Romero sisters has become famous. Magazine cover, fashion icon, headline making famous. Trailed by paparazzi, invited to every red carpet event, she has set a new standard for Hollywood royalty. You'd think that all this glitz and glamour would make life a breeze, but as the sisters painfully discover, being a celebrity in LA's gilded dollhouse isn't all it's cracked up to be. As the sisters deal with their new lives, complete with a televised wedding, crazy nightclub parties, and forbidden step-sibling attraction, there's a huge secret that threatens to break even their tightest family bonds. Wow. So, do I love the fact that they literally could not come up with anything more creative than their own lives, and to just write the story of their lives just with different names? Absolutely unsurprising. It's so funny to me. I don't understand why they wouldn't just write a memoir if they wanted to write about three sisters becoming famous. But no, I guess we're gonna fictionalize it a little bit. I can't get over the step-sibling attraction. Really interested to see what that's all about. And I'm sure that the ghostwriter, Kardashians, did a really great job of creating a compelling plot, of sympathetic characters, of just something that every woman can relate to. And that is what I'm looking for in this book. So, I'm excited to read it, simply because it's going to be one of the best things I've ever read and has ever been written, probably. I'm going to take you on this reading journey. I would like to say I'm not a hater of the Kardashians. I think that they're powerful women who have really created brands for themselves. And like, I'm watching the new Kardashian show every week. So it's not like I'm a hater. I just think that this is going to be atrocious and that's going to be fun. Come along with me on this journey as we just really get to know how hard it is to be rich and famous in LA. I am 3 paragraphs in, and I'm already about to lose my mind. Listen to this. Kat herself had taught Camille and her sisters to take pride in their appearance and maintain a strict grooming ritual, including regular hair removal. Just because they were poor now didn't mean they had to be furry and ugly, did it? Not the furry and ugly. Literally 3rd paragraph. I'm so excited to read the rest of this book. Okay, literally the next sentence. At least Camille made an effort. She couldn't say the same about her big sister, Cass, who was naturally pretty but couldn't be bothered to do much with her appearance. All of the sisters, except for Cass, are like so unbearable. This is one named Kyle. So she's talking about a guest she had brought to a family dinner. It says, the week before it had been a homeless teenager Kyle found in Griffith Park. Unfortunately, Kat had screwed things up by actually feeling sorry for the girl, giving her clean clothes and money, and finding a social worker to help her. Oh well. There's no words. There's no words. This video is going to have spoilers because I promise you I will not be recommending it at the end of this video. So I'm going to be reading excerpts from the book and probably talking about the plot because I know it's going to be ridiculous, and so I just want you guys to be aware of that. So the parents get called into Kyle's high school because she's not doing well, and the chapter ends with them sitting in the courtyard in the high school talking about what to do about her, and Beau starts kissing on her and undoing the top of her shirt like he's trying to feel her up at a high school. Their word of choice to negatively refer to other women is slore. S-L-O-R-E. Slore. You heard that right. Just one more time. Slore. So, another important point to unpack is one of the sisters is on a date, and the guy goes right before he leaves, "There's a side of my personality that not many people know about," Mike went on. "I like to wear women's underwear. In fact, I'm wearing some right now. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gay. I'm not even bi. My therapist says it's a very normal expression of my inner femininity. I hope you're cool with that." And then leaves. It's just like so out of pocket. Like the most insane stuff is being said, and it's just like, oh, okay. But you know what almost makes up for it, which I discovered on the inside of the dust jacket? Are you ready for this? To our dolls. Iconic. Just a little poster. Hey guys, it's the next day. This is literally the worst book I've ever read in my life. It is horrible. It is atrocious. The 16-year-old sister is hiding behind a couch, and her parents come in and start having sex on it. And she's just there, listening. It's horrible. I have finished Dollhouse. I read it in a day because it's not the most complex prose to exist. I mean, you saw the vlog footage. It was atrocious. Really just bad, but also entertaining. I'll give you a quick rundown, overview of the entire plot. So like I said, if you don't want to know what happens in this book, maybe don't watch this, but don't read it, so it's fine. Basically, there's 3 sisters. Not a single one of them likable. I would say maybe Cassidy is the most likable, but still, it's just like, no, not really. Cassidy is kind of like your stereotypical nerdy girl. She loves school. She likes old movies. She's the responsible one. She loves to use hand sanitizer. It's like, think of the most cliche character to describe like a nerdy girl, and that's her. Then we have Camille, who is really shallow. That's about all there is to say about her. But she becomes a model and starts dating this guy named Chase, who is a complete douchebag, but she's an idiot and is unable to see that he just cheats on her. And then we have Kyle, who is a 16-year-old, and she is just mad at the world and takes it out on her poor mother for no reason whatsoever. The general plot goes that Camille gets famous. She is randomly discovered in a cafe and becomes a model, starts dating this guy. One night, Cassidy, who doesn't usually drink, gets really upset because she reads something about herself in a tabloid and gets very drunk, goes home. Chase, Camille's boyfriend, is there, and he takes advantage of her. And it really takes a while near the end of the book for anyone to like recognize that she was extremely drunk and had no idea who he really even was when it was happening, to like fully understand that like she was taken advantage of. That just like isn't mentioned until the end. Camille becomes engaged to Chase, and Cassidy finds out that she's pregnant. All the while, Kyle is doing horribly in school, so her parents get the stepbrother named Benji to tutor her. And one night they make out, her and her stepbrother. Kyle just makes really bad decisions the entire book. Everything blows up at the wedding, which is also being televised. Camille finds out that Cass is pregnant with Chase's child, and then they don't speak to each other for months. On the same night that Cass goes into labor, Kyle leaves the liquor cabinet unlocked, and her 11-year-old stepsister Bree gets into it and drinks some vodka. Then Cass goes into labor. Camille's like, F it, I hate her, like we haven't been talking, so she can deal with that on her own. They're all in the hospital, minus Camille, and no one else knows how to do the Lamaze breathing with her, and then bam, who comes in? Step aside. It's Camille. And she has a baby. We find out that the mother, Kat, is pregnant, kind of thrown in the last few pages of the book. I don't know if they were trying to set up like a second book with that, but like they literally just randomly threw in there that Kat is pregnant. And then also we don't even know if their original dad is actually dead. He may be alive still, and I don't know. And that's the plot. So really, really horrible stuff, but also just kind of like entertaining. But you know what? I wouldn't even say that it was like that entertaining. Like sometimes trashy stuff is just like fun for what it is, but this was actually just so bad that it was just like, because it wasn't even like the plot was predictable. It was like the characters were so unlikable. You didn't root for like any of them. She literally makes out with her stepbrother, and it's not like they had just gotten married and so like her and the stepbrother didn't really know each other, but they're 16 in the book and their parents got married when they were 12. So they've lived together as brother and sister for like 4 years, and then they like made out, but then that was never addressed again. They decided to just be friends and like just have a sibling relationship. It's like, why even put that in there? They could have just had Kyle and Benji form a close sibling relationship, because they do end up supporting each other throughout the book, and so that could have just been nice. But no, they just said like, let's make them make out once. Another thing is that the dialogue was the worst thing I've ever read. People don't talk like this. Like the way that they would write the dialogue was just not how like real human beings speak to each other. Aliens pretending to be humans is how the dialogue felt. And that's that. That's all I have to say. Dollhouse by Kourtney, Kim, and Khloe. I actually looked into the acknowledgements, and I'm pretty sure the ghostwriter is a woman named Nancy Olin. An extra special thank you to our collaborator, Nancy Olin, for helping us make this book incredible. I really just want to know how much of it these girls wrote. Like, did they actually sit down and write some of the passages? I mean, it would make sense the way it was written. Or did they just come up with the concept and then the ghostwriter wrote the rest of it? I don't know, but I want to know because it was such an experience. I haven't put it on my Goodreads yet, but I'm going to give it a fat 1 star because it was just out of this world. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching me experience this book. I hope that it's convinced you never to pick it up. This also is what gets me. I'm looking it up. It says it's a semi-autobiographical novel. Why would they release this book that literally paints them in the worst light? Like, they are just the most spoiled brat, shallow, narcissistic girls in this book. And they're like, ooh, they're loosely based on us. Why would you do that to yourself? It only has like 1,400 ratings on Goodreads, which is small, and the average star rating is 3.1, which is also very low. Good to know that people didn't read this book when it came out, and that we as a society have sidestepped this creation given to us by the Kardashians. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, I'd like to say I'm not a Kardashian hater like I talked about earlier. Like, I literally am upset that there's no more TV shows coming out right now in this current season of Kardashian. Like, I enjoy watching them. I like the Kardashians. This was just the worst book I've ever read, and I thought that this would be a fun video. Have I ever published a book? No. So, gotta give it to them for that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.